Good evening. Coming up on Chat Television, Medicine Hat Economic Development is working hard for the city. And in Ottawa today, the King laid out the agenda of newly elected Prime Minister Mark Carney. Chat News starts right now.
From Medicine Hat, this is the Chat Evening News with Dan Reynish.
Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for watching. According to a presentation it gave to City Council last night, Medicine Hat Economic Development is working hard to bolster the defense, aerospace, and manufacturing industries. Also on deck is a new tax exemption for multifamily units. Instead of a grant process, the city doesn't have to hold money up front, and cash lost through the rebate is recouped through property taxes. But Economic Development Director Selena McLean-Moore says the biggest challenge her department faces are potential changes to energy rules.
I think that one of the biggest challenges that we're dealing right now is with the regulatory reform around renewable energy and how we're going to go forward in the energy transition is trying to anticipate what the policies coming down from the federal government are going to look like.
McLean-Moore says her department plans to continue returning to council regularly with updates to their work. You could read the full economic development report online at chatnewstoday.ca. King Charles formally opened Parliament today by reading the speech from the throne. This is the first time that a sitting British monarch has delivered a throne speech in Canada in nearly 50 years. King Charles knows Canada well. He's visited 20 times over the last 50 years, but this was his first visit as monarch. And in a packed chamber with politicians and former prime ministers looking on, the King laid out the agenda of newly elected Prime Minister Mark Carney. David Aiken brings us the details.
Sunny skies and a welcoming crowd. Salutes from a cannon. All of it a prelude to a speech from a king.
It is with a deep sense of pride and pleasure that my wife and I join you here today as we witness Canadians coming together in a renewed sense of national pride, unity, and hope.
And that king, in Canada at an important moment, with a new prime minister and a new government that is facing new threats.
By staying true to Canadian values, Canada can build new alliances and a new economy that serves all Canadians.
The speech, of course, was written by the government, outlining an agenda with a singular focus.
Government's overarching goal, its core mission, is to build the strongest economy in the G7.
But there was space in the text for the king to reflect on Canada's place in the world since the last and only other time a sovereign opened Parliament, his mother Elizabeth, in 1957.
In the time since, Canada has dramatically changed, repatriating its constitution, achieving full independence, and witnessing immense growth.
And from Buckingham Palace at least, Canada seems a paragon among its peers.
It is a source of great pride that in the following decades, Canada has continued to set an example to the world in her conduct and values as a force for good.
And for the Prime Minister, it was 2 days of messaging about the values and heritage that make Canada unique, that Canada has a sovereign. His name is Charles, not Donald.
A number of business owners in Cypress County will be surveyed over the next few weeks. The county is looking to gain data to develop investment attraction strategy and help guide economic development. Economic Development Officer Beth Cash says the surveys will be done at random through phone and email.
We're really looking to get an understanding of the challenges they're facing, the opportunities we have, and we want to make sure that our economic development strategies are based off what our actual businesses are experiencing.
Deloitte LLP, an economic development consulting firm, will assist the county with the project. Together, they will analyze survey results, identify trends, and highlight key challenges and opportunities facing county businesses. Cash says the purpose of the project for the sustainability of Cypress County's economy and moving it into the future.
We're taking steps now so that we can see the results of that down the line, but we really want to make sure that in this present time we're talking to our businesses that have been here for, whether it's a new business, a startup, or a business that's been here for 50 years. We want to hear from them and have their feedback as we go into our strategy.
The survey is underway until June 13th, and it will take about 15 minutes to complete. An open house to gain additional feedback from county businesses will be announced at a later date, with the project set to be completed by June. Over $250,000 was awarded to 36 charities across southeastern Alberta today by a Medicine Hat Foundation. The Community Foundation of Southeastern Alberta's grant program is designed to enhance well-being for citizens and to strengthen the region's nonprofit and voluntary sectors. Executive Director of Community Foundation Nikki Gray says what nonprofits are facing right now is a lack of reliable funding.
And so whether their government funding and initiatives change or priorities change at the government level or different private and public foundations, people are struggling with operating costs. And so being able to shift mindsets on helping organizations be able to operate and initiate their programs in a meaningful way, they need to have operating dollars to be able to do that. And so it is definitely on our radar.
Gray says priority areas of the foundation are connection and relocating work and economy and basic needs that include health, housing, and food. Projects and their recipients in Medicine Hat include the Meals and Wheels program at the Viner Centre and the revitalization efforts of the Monarch Theatre. Neighborhood associations of Medicine Hat also received $25,000 in funding toward their Oasis project, which will allow older residents to stay in their homes longer. Chantel Ottenbright, chair of Neighborhood Association, says the funding for the project will be able to support the mental and physical well-being of older residents in our city.
I think it's huge, especially for small organizations and not-for-profits, because we know that government is getting tighter and there's more and more needs that need to be funded, and so the money just isn't there in the same way. But when it's local and they understand the local context and they understand local needs, it's such a wonderful thing to be supported by a local organization and to really be able to report back and share. This is the difference that it's making in our community, and this is how the funds that you've allocated have made a difference in the people who live here.
Ottenbright says the grant process is a wonderful opportunity for people to be able to give locally and for the money to stay in our community. Medicine Hat's Food Bank continues to serve more clients now than they ever have before. The Root Cellar Food and Wellness Hub hopes to fill their shelves again this weekend during their annual Food Roundup campaign. A bag may have already been delivered to your house from the Root Cellar. Volunteers are attempting to bring a bag to every home in the city before Thursday, and they're asking for it to be filled with food and other basic needs, such as canned fruit and vegetables, soup, pasta, and other non-perishable foods. You can also put in hygiene items. They can use those as well. When you fill the bag, it should be left in a visible spot in front of your house before 9 a.m. on Saturday. The Root Cellar will take care of the rest and pick it up for you. Melissa Mullis, Executive Director of the Root Cellar, says the food bank is excited how the community comes together in a big way to help however they can.
So our basic needs list has actually been stapled to the bag, so it just gives an idea of things that we really need. So the whole goal of this event is to fill our shelves for the summer months, and so the things that we most need are the things, but also it's really nice to have variety. So when people throw in cookies and crackers and different things like that, it really helps people have some variety as well. So we welcome anything to be put in the bag.
For those who may not be home at the time, bags can also be dropped off at the Root Cellar during hours of operation or at a grocery store food collection bin. And for more information on how else you can contribute to the food bank or what to do if your house is missed, visit chatnewstoday.ca. While local eateries are more than just places to go and dine, they're places we gather to share an experience. You can explore the flavors and stories behind our local eateries right here every 2 weeks on Taste of the Town. On this episode, Curtis Nash went to Connaught Golf Club, where you don't have to golf to enjoy the food at the clubhouse.
Taste of the Town is brought to you by Leon's. Discover your local Leon's difference today.
So we're gonna heat up our ham and turkey. We roast our ham and turkey here in the house.
Okay, all right.
And we slice it by ourselves.
So roasted here and sliced here?
Yes,
nice.
And that's why we keep our portions here.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is
on the flat top.
Yes. And some bacons.
3 pieces of bacon.
Yes.
All right.
It's toasted, so
Yep.
we're gonna put some sriracha aioli.
Sriracha aioli.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it has honey, sriracha, mustard, Dijon mustard, and minced garlic in it.
Oh, don't give away the whole recipe. The cheese on top.
Yes.
We'll cover it back up so we get a good melt on there.
Yeah.
All right.
I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on tomato.
Oh. Jeez Louise. All right.
A little bit sticky sometimes. It's gonna pull because one side they will not get the meat in them.
You want meat on every bite?
Yes. Now I'll just put it like this.
Oh, jeez. I was about to ask how you're going to flip that over, but it was way smarter the way you did it.
Yeah, I don't flip it. We got our fries.
Okay.
And we're gonna put our sprouts on it.
Oh, you must have learned from Saurav. You gotta put them sprouts on.
I'm his student, so.
You told me it's green and it's healthy.
Yes. So our clubhouse sandwich is ready to go.
Okay, so next is a stir fry.
So our butter is good. So now we'll put our chicken in. And our veggies.
That's a lot of veggies.
Stir fry. The noodles. We're gonna bring our stir fry. A little bit saucy.
A little bit saucy.
I'm just gonna put it like this, like here. Gonna bring some green onions.
Green onions, okay. Never cook your green onions in a stir fry. Oh, and the last thing, of course, sprouts. Now, how the heck am I gonna get my mouth around this?
Do like this, yes, and then open a big mouth.
Open a big mouth? Well, I got one of those.
Okay.
Squish it down, open a big mouth. Oh.
Okay,
good
yeah.
Toast on that bad boy. Here I go.
Take a bite. That crunch.
Mmm. That crunch, I know you heard that on camera. The real ham, the real turkey,
Yeah,
that makes all the difference.
Yeah, this is a real roasted bone-in ham and the big turkey. We carve it here.
There you go. That's a good call. It's those little things that make just a simple clubhouse sandwich that much more tasty. The vegetables that are in it, I see the zucchini, some pea pods, carrots,
Yes.
peppers. Did I guess them all?
There are 7 kind of veggies.
There's 7 in here?
Yes.
Does the sprouts count?
No.
There's 8. Oh, I see cauliflower. Well, you get lots of vegetables. Let's just say that.
Broccolis and cabbages.
Oh, and cabbage. Okay, yeah. Now, this homemade stir fry sauce. I'm gonna twirl my noodles. Good Asian flavor. Nothing overpowering. Sometimes you get too much ginger or something in your stir fry sauce. Sometimes it makes it too hot in the mouth. Ooh, too much ginger.
Okay.
Got to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Good food, good ingredients. They just go together so well. You get those good ingredients and the good food just comes out. And I feel like you have a very good attitude about cooking. You love it a lot, it seems like.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's good because it shows them the food. So come check out the Connaught Clubhouse.
For extended versions of Taste of the Town episodes, just head over to chatnewstoday.ca. And feel free to head there right now. We're heading into a commercial break, but I'll be right back with the AccuWeather forecast and a preview of tonight's Medicine Hat Tigers game at the Memorial Cup. We'll be right back.
Chat Weather, brought to you by Design Flooring Center. Talk to their experts and find your perfect floor.
Chat Weather, powered by AccuWeather.
Well, it was supposed to be a nice day today, and it was. It really, really was. We got to a high of 25 degrees. Although the day is going in the books as partly cloudy, I would say it was more mainly sunny than partly cloudy, and that's currently what we're looking at right now is a mix of sun and cloud, partly cloudy, mainly sunny. Let's just say mix of sun and cloud. High near 25 today. The overnight low is going to be near 10. The wind right now from the west at 18, gusting to 27 kilometers. That's what it's like in our area as far as all of Alberta is concerned. A fairly nice day across the entire province and across Saskatchewan as well. Now, here's a look at the radar. we're not completely out of the woods yet when it comes to having some precipitation and some rain, and that's good. We'll take the rain, we'll take the precipitation. There's certainly less on the radar than there is on the Futurecast. Yeah, there's a little bit of rain coming in for Friday and for Sunday, and that's why the Futurecast is got a little bit of action happening on it. As far as Brooks, well, Brooks, here's your Wednesday, and looks to be a great day in Brooks. Leader, lovely day for you as well. Maple Creek, have a great Wednesday in Maple Creek, why don't you? And in Medicine Hat, tonight will be clear with a low near 10 degrees. Tomorrow morning, sunny and 16. Then we're going to get to 27 degrees tomorrow, a few degrees warmer tomorrow than today. And then Thursday, what a beautiful day on Thursday. Sunny and 31 degrees on Thursday. Now, Friday is going to be a little bit different. Friday, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud, and not just like today where it was partly cloudy and mainly sunny at times. We're actually looking at a mix of sun and cloud on Friday, and there's a 40% chance of some rain. Only a millimeter though, but there's still that chance on Friday. Friday after 31 on Thursday is going to go down to 25 degrees. Then Saturday sunny and 32. So Saturday sunny and 32. And then on Sunday, again, a mix. 40% chance of a millimeter of rain, and the temperature is going to drop back down to 25. So Thursday near 31, Friday near 25, Saturday 32, Sunday near 25. So we're going to have a little bit of an up and down, but it's going to be mainly sunny as we head into the weekend, and hopefully this weekend. We'll find out tonight if the Medicine Hat Tigers are playing for the Memorial Cup on Sunday. That'll be great, and lots of people all over the city of Medicine Hat are getting really, really, really excited about it. Now, if we have to sit with the temperature on Saturday and 32, then Sunday and 25 to watch the Memorial Cup, not bad, not bad. Take a look at this weather picture. Kind of, but not really. I just really wanted to put this picture on TV, and let me read what was written in. This is Kelly. My daughter Jessica had her dog Carl F. Pierce groomed and decided to have his Mohawk-style cut dyed orange along with a black and orange stripe on his back to support the Medicine Hat Tigers in their efforts to win the Memorial Cup. So Carl is our weather picture just because he's a Medicine Hat Tigers supporter. Thank you, Jessica, for putting your dog through this, and to Kelly for the picture. Kelly sent it into weatherpics@chatnewstoday.ca, brought to you by Prestige Windows and Doors. And that's our forecast and our dog picture, whether we like it or not.
Chat Sports is brought to you by Windsor Plywood, Canadian owned and operated. From renovations to new builds, they have you covered.
Welcome back. The Medicine Hat Tigers have the chance to advance to the Memorial Cup final with a win tonight. The Tigers will face off against the OHL champion London Knights, with the winner securing a spot in Sunday's final. With a preview of tonight's game, here's the voice of the Tigers on Wild 94.5 FM, Will Bryant.
Your Medicine Hat Tigers have an opportunity to clinch a berth in the Memorial Cup final tonight. But standing in their way, the OHL champion London Knights, who were just a goal away from winning the Memorial Cup last season. They are looking to finish their story and secure their spot in the Memorial Cup final with a victory tonight over the Tigers. What has set the Tigers up to be in this position? Well, it was a 3-1 victory last night over the QMJHL champion Moncton Wildcats, where the Tigers saw a pair of goals from Ryder Ritchie get them out to a 2-0 lead. That lead would be shrunk down to 1 early in the third period, but Medicine Hat would go on to hold on at a late empty netter courtesy of Gavin McKenna to move to 2-0 in the tournament, and now set up a winner advance to the final matchup against the London Knights here tonight. Now, if the Tigers were to fall, really, whoever loses tonight, London or Medicine Hat, will still have an opportunity to secure their spot in the Memorial Cup final. At worst, playing on Friday, they would take on the winner of Wednesday's final round-robin matchup between the Rimouski Oceanic and Moncton Wildcats. Both QMJHL teams both met in their league final, both 0-2. You will see that matchup on Wednesday. The winner of tonight advances straight to Sunday's final. The loser takes on the winner of Wednesday's matchup between Rimouski and Moncton. Now, a couple things to keep an eye out for from the London side of things, kind of all over the map. They are pretty darn impressive. Austin Elliott, a former Western Hockey League reject, has gone ahead and made his mark here in the OHL. Outstanding playoffs, going 16-1. Of course, there's a great head coaching matchup as well. Dale Hunter and Willie Desjardins. That is going to be a fun one to keep an eye on in terms of the schematics behind everything. On the blue line, Sam Dickinson and Tanner Molenbeek are 2 first-round drafted defensemen. And up front, the matchup of Easton Cowan and Gavin McKenna. This is a London Knights club that has NHL talent all over the place. You are not going to want to miss this one. This is a marquee matchup, and for the Medicine Hat Tigers, an opportunity to advance to the Memorial Cup final. Puck drop here from Rimouski is set for 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You can catch the pregame show live with myself, Will Bryant, on the call, coming to you here from the Sun Life Financial Coliseum, beginning at 4:45. Back to you, Dan.
Also in sports tonight, the Edmonton Oilers will be aiming for a third straight win in the Western Conference Final when they host the Dallas Stars at Rogers Place. After dropping the opener 6-3, the Oil responded with a dominant 3-0 and 6-1 victories. They lead the best-of-7 series 2-1. Tonight's game starts at 6 o'clock. Let's go Oilers. And that's it for Chat News tonight. I'm Dan Reynish. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back at noon and 5 for you tomorrow. Take care and have a great rest of your evening.